Now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Casa D18 Studios channel. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're here with me, and I greatly appreciate it. And it's time, once again, to step into the war zone. That's right, it's time for another edition of the Weekly Acquisition Report, the show where I show to you the latest additions to my ever-growing movie library. Today is a thrift store day. All the movies I'm going to show you today were acquired from two different Salvation Army thrift stores in my local area. What's going on, everybody? Thank you once again for joining me here on the Casa D18 Studios channel on the War Zone for another brand new installment of the Weekly Acquisition Report as I, the Renegade, show you, the viewers, my fans, this whole stack of movies here that I recently acquired from Salvation Army thrift stores. Now, y'all know I like going to Goodwill. I like going to pawn shops. But I recently discovered that there were two Salvation Army thrift stores in my local area, neither of which I had really hit up before. So I figured, okay, let's give it a try. All their movies, except for the first one I'm going to show you, which was a collection, were $2 each, $1.99. So kind of right there on par for what I like to try to spend for my movies. You know, when I go to Goodwill, I usually go on Thursdays where the DVDs, Blu-rays are $2 a pop, $2 day. So it's right on par with what I like to spend, and it's this price every day, all year round. So I can go any day of the week if I want. So let's get right into it. First one that I bought was actually $4 because it was a collection, a set, and it's The Many Lives of Sherlock Holmes. You've got 9 films which star Basil Rathbone, Christopher Lee, Arthur Wanter, Ronald Howard, all as Sherlock Holmes. You've got 20 old radio shows, 39 TV shows. You've got an illustrated book inside. So much good stuff. 6 discs in this collection. $4. I've never been the biggest Sherlock Holmes fan in the world, but if I'm going to try and give this a start and get some enjoyment out of this, I feel like this set is a great way to go. I picked up Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July, an old Rankin Bass special that for some reason isn't on any of the Rankin Bass collections that I own already. So when I saw this, figured I had to pick it up. You've got Mickey Rooney back in the role of Santa Claus, a role which he began in Santa Claus is Coming to Town. You've got Jackie Vernon back as Frosty the Snowman, a role which he began in the original Frosty the Snowman and then continued in Frosty's Winter Wonderland. You've got Shelley Winters, who I believe played his wife Crystal in Frosty's Winter Wonderland. Paul Frees, whose multiple voices over the course of the Rankin Bass saga, all back in Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July. Plus you've got Red Buttons. Plus you've got Ethel Merman. Hell of a cast here. I remember seeing it when I was really, really young, but I haven't really seen it since. So it's going to be interesting to go back and kind of revisit this. I got Spies Like Us, Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd, one of those old flip cardboard cases like I love so much. I picked this up because I proposed to my girlfriend the other night doing an entire month of movies featuring SNL alumni. Got 2 of them right here as the stars, Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd, 2 of the original not ready for primetime players in a movie together. Heck yes, let's do it. I also picked up Summer Catch, Freddie Prinze Jr., Jessica Biel, Matthew Lillard. Again, one of those flip cardboard cases that you know I just get a kick out of. Huge Matthew Lillard fan, pretty good Freddie Prinze Jr. fan, Jessica Biel. You know, should be a good one. I've never seen it, but like I said, I enjoy Matthew Lillard. So even if I think the rest of it sucks, I'll probably at least enjoy his performance. I have not seen anything with Matthew Lillard yet that I did not enjoy. I picked up Sandra Bullock and Ben Affleck in Forces of Nature, trying to expand my Sandra Bullock collection. I'm going to be doing 13 Sandra Bullock movies next month in November. I don't remember if I put this on my list or not. Even if I didn't, got to have it in my collection for when I go back because we all know Sandra Bullock's got way more than 13 movies. My girlfriend is a big Shakespeare fanatic, so I saw this and I picked it up just on the cast alone. The Merchant of Venice, Al Pacino, Jeremy Irons, Joseph Fiennes. Pacino and Jeremy Irons. Okay, one of the best pictures of the year. Al Pacino's performance is among his best. 2 thumbs up. Pacino's amazing. That's pretty high praise right there. Again, I haven't seen anything with Al Pacino that I didn't like. And aside for not being able to trust Jeremy Irons because he's Scar, I think I'm going to very much enjoy this film. I got Ronald Reagan in Hellcats of the Navy. Now, there's a lot of things I can do with this one because I've been talking about trying to put together what I'm loosely calling like a Turner Classic Movies month and doing a month of movies from before 1970. This obviously would fit into that with Ronald Reagan as the actor instead of the politician. I also could do a month of military movies, as this is a Navy movie. Something to think of down the road as well. I haven't really seen too much of Ronald Reagan as an actor, though. So that was one of the main reasons I picked this up, because I'm curious to see this. And it's the only movie that Nancy Reagan was in with her future husband, Ron. That's her. Nancy Davis became Nancy Reagan. The only movie they ever did together. That makes it special right there. I found a movie called Monster High. It looks like a classic 80s era cheesy horror film, right up my alley. There's nobody in it that I really recognize the name for, but it just looks like some 70s, 80s era cheese horror that I definitely will get to at some point. You guys know I do 31 Days of Halloween. Last year it was all the classic Universal monsters. Today, this month, we're getting into some of the slashers. Could be next year, could be a couple years down the road, but this will definitely factor in somewhere in the 31 Days of Halloween. I got Casino. Now, truth be told, I own this on DVD already, but the version I own, you had to flip the disc over. One side would play one part of the movie, one side would play the other part of the movie. This, it's all on one side. Also, the version I have has a scratch in it, so it freezes at a point. You've got to fast forward past it, and you miss chunk of the movie before you can get back into what's happening. So I had to replace my copy of Casino. Definitely going to be upgrading it to a Blu-ray at some point, as Casino is one of my all-time favorite films. But I had to replace my copy because I want to be able to watch it start to finish with no skips. I picked up Volume 1, Pranks in the Pink, of the Pink Panther cartoon collection. A whole series of DVDs are out there of the classic Pink Panther cartoons. I grew up watching these. I'm sure a lot of you that are my age did also. People that are super, super young probably did not. But I know you at least know the theme to the Pink Panther. It's classic. That was horrible, I know. Don't kill me for butchering it. But for those of you that kind of recognize that, that's the Pink Panther's theme. Here's an entire DVD of some of his classic cartoons and shorts. I found a copy of Seven, Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, sealed. Now you can see that some of the sealing on it is kind of peeling. I'm not sure if I own this already or not. If I don't, I'll open it and I now have a copy of Seven. If I do own it already, I'll use it as a giveaway of some sort. Try to put away some kind of package deal for you, my fans, to get a hold of. Because I try to acquire sealed in plastic movies so that I can use them as prizes, I can use them as giveaways. Going back to what I talked about earlier about the SNL alumni, Night at the Roxbury, Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan. Obviously, this was a actual skit on SNL that got turned into a movie, which just makes it even better because I haven't reviewed it yet, like I did Wayne's World. So I can't do the Wayne's World movies anymore. But Night at the Roxbury, Coneheads, Superstar, all those are movies that are based on SNL skits that I can do. So going to have to try to throw some of those in there as well. The next one I got is Sister Act. And I'm going to try and cover it like this because it's got a sticker with someone's address on it. It's partially covered up, but I just want to make sure I'm not giving out somebody's information. Whoopi Goldberg and Sister Act, though, believe it or not, I've never seen this, nor its sequel. So I'm definitely going to add this to movies with one sequel to do down the road because I've heard so much good stuff about it. I feel like I've missed out by not seeing it so far, but I got to find the right way to work it into my collections. I found a film called Bandidas. Salma Hayek and Penelope Cruz is a couple of chick cowgirls. I'm into westerns. Both these women are smoking hot. This can't be nothing but a good time. Even if the movie sucks, at least they're going to look good while the movie sucks. And that's going to make it at least a little entertaining for me to watch. And the last one that I picked up, no, I've never seen it start to finish. I know I'm going to get so much crap for it in the comments. I'm waiting to see the comment box blow up for this one. Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke. Keep in mind, when Cheech and Chong were at their hottest, I was way too young for their material. By the time I got old enough for their material, I was never a stoner. I know Cheech better than I know Chong. I know Cheech from Oliver and Company, The Lion King, Born in East LA. You know, I don't know a whole lot of their stoner stuff. I've seen some stoner movies in my day, but I've never seen this start to finish. I have a feeling I've seen parts of it because I do know people that are in the stoner community that adore Cheech and Chong. So I've probably seen quite a bit of it, just not start to finish all the way through. But I'm looking forward to doing Cheech and Chong at some point down the road. So there you go. That's what I got from two different Salvation Army stores in my area. It's probably going to be a while before I do another Salvation Army video, as I don't think that they get near the rotation or selection that Goodwill or any of the other places I go to get. So it may be a while before I do another Salvation Army haul. But what did you think of these DVDs? Let me know. If you're watching the premiere, leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. What do you think of Up in Smoke? What do you think of Sister Act? What do you think of Seven? Have you seen Monster High? Have you seen Al Pacino in The Merchant of Venice? Have you seen Hellcats of the Navy? Let me know. Don't give spoilers, but leave your thoughts about those in the comments below. Do you want me to do a month of SNL alumni? Let me know. Let me know which movies you want me to do from that topic in the comments below. Keep in mind, I'm not going to do the Blues Brothers. It's a movie with one sequel. Yes, I know it's John Goodman and not John Belushi in the second one, but it's still Dan Aykroyd. It's still the Blues Brothers. It's still officially a sequel, even though Belushi isn't in it. I don't want to hear it. It's a movie with one sequel, much like Wayne's World was. That's why I did that when I did it. Plus, I hadn't thought of the whole idea yet. But I'm starting to put together a list of movies that I definitely want to do for that month. So, what movies that star SNL alumni would you like to see me cover? Leave them in the comments. That's it for today for the War Zone. Make sure you guys tune in at the top of the half hour, right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. As we get creepy and kooky, mysterious and spooky, it'll be altogether ooky as we discuss the Addams Family. Raul Julia, Angelica Houston, Christopher Lloyd, Christina Ricci as the offshoot, the other spooky family from the 60s sitcom. We talked about the Munsters yesterday on New Release Saturday. Today and tomorrow, we're going to talk about the Addams Family. So make sure you tune in for that. And then, as I just alluded to, tomorrow, back here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, another installment of Renegade's Reviews. And we're going to take a look at Addams Family Values, the sequel. All the principal players are back. Morticia and Gomez have another child. More antics and shenanigans ensue. And then at the top of the hour following that, here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, as well as on the Jeff Meacham Network, it'll be time for another installment of The Dads, Not Always on Wrestling, as Jeff Meacham and I discuss the top 10 females to never hold a single world championship. Should be an interesting one to get into tomorrow on The Dads Not Always on Wrestling. You're not going to want to miss out on any of that content, both right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, right here on all new episodes of Renegades Reviews, as well as over on the Jeff Meacham Network, across the Jeff Meacham Network multiverse of media. So much content, so much stuff going up here. 31 days of Halloween, plus new release Saturdays, plus war zones, plus open mic nights, plus watch-alongs, plus She-Hulk, plus so much stuff. I'm already getting exhausted. We're not even halfway through the month. To all my loyal fans and viewers out there, thank you so much for tuning in and joining me today and joining me along this crazy, hectic ride this month. It means a lot to me. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that notification bell is turned on so you're alerted anytime a video drops right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel or anytime we go live, as is the case with open mic night, watch-alongs, etc. Make sure you share this video. Your family, friends, loved ones, co-workers, movie fanatics, cinephiles, people who like treasure hunt videos, people who like unboxing videos, people who like to watch haul videos. Anybody you can think of that would enjoy this content today, share the video with them. It's the only way we're going to boost up my visibility in YouTube's algorithms so I can eventually get monetized, make some money on this endeavor. Thank you once again to everyone who tuned in today. It means more to me than you'll ever know. And I will see you guys next time.